Created our image library. It's time to go through and manage the image library so that as we continue to add files, particularly as we get into the tens of thousands of files in our image library, we want to make sure that we can find files quickly and easily. A couple of the things that we want to do to manage our image library is to go in and eliminate some of these camera-specific file names. And we can do that one at a time by clicking on the individual file here and typing in Moab Spring Race. And we can do that for each individual item. Or if we have a larger number of items, like from this original download, we can get rid of these camera-specific file names and replace them with something more sensible. To select the files, click on the first one, hold down Shift, click on the last one, and that will select all the files in between. Come up under the Action menu and select Batch Rename. So we're going to go in and let's add our year first. 2007 05 23 underscore flowers underscore, and then we'll add a 3-digit number starting with 1. And we see that it's 3 digits here. And if we need to, we can add additional information by adding or subtracting these as well. We have a before and after to indicate what the original file name is and give us a preview of what the finished file name will look like. We want to make sure not to add any forward slashes, question marks, ampersands, @ symbols, anything like that. Just the letters A through Z, the numbers 0 through 9, and underscore or hyphen. So we'll rename those. Those files have been renamed. Next thing that we want to do is make sure that we've added our metadata template to files that may be already in our database but haven't had any metadata added. So I'm going to go ahead and shift-click on a series of images here. And then I want to go to my info palette. And I'm going to come up under here under the autofill. It's a little pen icon. I'm going to choose my basic copyright. This is the metadata template that we created earlier when we were doing an ingest or a download of files. So we have our author, credit, copyright, rights usage, and so forth. And I'll select OK. And that information has been automatically applied. We can go through and add that to individual files or groups of files, depending upon whether or not it currently has the metadata in it. This is just a nice way to go through and clean up what we've done to make sure that we're starting at a fresh spot. Now, we want to go through and search by keyword. Then what I can do is I can click here on any individual keyword on the little white circle next to that keyword. And what that will do is it will allow me to search based on those terms. Now, if I want to find everything that is both California and beach, if I hold down my Control key and click on both of them, it's going to search based on both of those terms. This will be an AND search. So this will show me all files that have beach and have California entered into it. Now what I also want to do is I've created a catalog set here in my portfolio, and it's got 7 photos in it right now. And I want to add these 3 pictures to that catalog set. And all I need to do is click and drag them on top of that catalog set. Then clicking on the catalog set itself will show me all 10 files here, including the 3 that I just added. And what it does is it clears out the keyword search so that we can see just the files that are in that catalog set. Whenever we want to return to seeing all the files, again, we can just click on the Show All Items, the little home icon. Now those are a couple of the ways that you can begin to manage your files, but one of the coolest features that I encourage all of you to use is the auto update feature. Now as you build your catalog, you're not going to remember necessarily whether or not your catalog is up to date. A way to keep it always up to date with minimal maintenance is to use the auto update. I'm going to go ahead and just save my catalog first, and I'll come down here to my catalog folders, and this is found under the Organize window, Catalog Folders, and it's my Pictures folder. So what I want to do is I'm specifying that anytime any files are added to my Pictures folder, whether they're from a drag and drop, whether they're from a download from a card, I want to make sure that they're added here into my image library catalog. Now I'm going to right click on the pictures icon, switch auto update on, and you'll notice that these folders turn green. Then in this little lightning bolt window just to the right of it, I can specify that I want it to update every minute. Good, so now it's watching those folders. And just as a little test, I'm going to come in over here and I have some layered Photoshop files that I've created that I'm just going to drag into my image library. And let's come back to that image library. And as files are added, they're dropped down to the bottom. And there they are. That's the first one that has appeared. And the rest shall be added shortly. And let's just look here at this layered Photoshop files. So there's the one there that I have that I've added. And instead of having it all the way down at the bottom, I'd much rather have it up at the top where all the other files are. So I'm going to select that one image, come up under the View menu, and I will select Move to the Top. What that's going to do is going to bring it all the way up to the top with the other images in that same shoot. So this is a really easy way that you can keep your Expression Media catalog up to date so that you can manage your entire image library without having to remember what's been added to the image library and what hasn't.